Welcome back to the Chavy invasion of England. We're playing as Chavchovany, the great Siberian warlords. This is going to be a bit of a slow-paced stream because all these Siberian nations suck, to put it lightly. All your enemies are going to be stronger than you. And it's going to take a while for us to get things off the ground. But whatever, I think you all knew that already. Now, I want to finish integrating my vassals, but straight away I made a mistake. I integrated, who were these guys? Kodyant. Oh, okay. I vassalized everyone around me. Basically annexed them and spat them out so it wouldn't cost me any monarch points. And I integrated one of them, and whilst I was integrating them I was thinking to myself, what did they change in Art of War again? It no longer costs me legitimacy, not that it matters, I don't get any as a Siberian clan. And then it hit me, oh yeah, you get -3 Diplo relations for 10 years and you can't annex anybody else. Which is a shame, because I was hoping to unite this area as quickly as possible since we want that autonomy ticking down. Since, okay, this is display error, it's not actually making us 337 ducats per month. This is also a display error, we're not actually getting this money. Jeez, we don't even have men and it's costing us. So, yeah, that's not so good. So if I want to integrate my 2 other vassals, and I will do, so we'll get our relations up with you. And we're going to have to wait it out. Alternatively, we can pay for this guy. He's not that expensive, so we'll probably do that. Until then, we just kind of gotta wait, so we'll sit back and think about happier times. Might as well say it now, I just set up the DDR room today. So, I'll probably be streaming DDR tomorrow. My DDR sessions tend to last for several hours, so assuming that the stream goes smoothly, you'll have a very low chance of missing it. It'll probably start around, gee, I don't know, 4 or 5 PM, maybe even earlier, I don't know. But it will not go on till late, because I don't want to keep everyone in the neighbourhood up with the sounds of stomp, stomp, stomp. So, what are we even doing here? Do I even know? Yeah, colonizing Siberia is gonna suck as well, that's for sure. Thomnil says, Jake, I love you for this. Well, maybe we could go out on a date? I don't know. See how things work out. So yeah, all the land here in Siberia is 1 base tax, which means even if it produces something good like fur, we're not going to see much of it. Take this province for example, produces fur, but we only get 30, or rather 0.3 goods produced thanks to the low base tax. So a whole load of not very good. Also, did I read that right? Different culture? You know, I'm starting to think that might be considered a better culture group than the Kamchatkans. But, oh well, what can you do? Like I said, little we can do other than just chill out and hope that the rebel faction doesn't tick up. I don't think they expect to break out for another 400 years. 158.3 years is the next expected revolt. Jake, will you colonize North America? Well, probably will, because it's probably going to bring in more money than Siberia will. Surprised you're taking such a slow pace here, Jake. I just went ahead and started subjugating India. Well, good for you, Alicious. Probably would be for the better if I were to do that. Especially if I could adopt Hindu as a religion, that would be 100% better. Just jumped back into the stream. How long since Jake has started Chav? 4 minutes and 42 seconds, although the first 30 seconds was me doing nothing. As per usual. So I reckon once we get you up to 200 relations, we'll integrate you and we'll have a staggering 4 provinces. I wonder if it'll give us more force limits than 4. Yes, it is a very sad time to be Siberian. How have you been enjoying Dungeon Keeper? It's certainly been a pleasure for me to play. Perhaps it doesn't even deserve the title of punishment game. But I just like the idea of having to do punishments for failing the 2 hours of hell. So we've got quite a list of punishment games going. Super Battletoads, Minesweeper Maximum Mines, Tetris Marathon, Hotline Miami, Risk of Rain, Zelda Ocarina of Time, Bad Rats? Who chose Bad Rats? Dungeon Keeper, we're doing that though. Viscera, Cleanup Detail, Unfair Mario, Postal, Majesty, Secret of the Magic Crystal, Maniac Mansion, and probably some others that I've neglected to write down on my novelty piece of paper, but whatever. That's gonna be fun, right? It's also gonna be fun losing pretty much all of our trade income for 10 years. But mercantilism ain't bad, is it? Oh, jeez, now we make no money from trade whatsoever. That's horrible. That was perhaps not the greatest choice I've ever made. Not that there was much money to make here, but now we make truly zero. If we compare it to the likes of the Kamchatkans. Yeah, they make 0.26 ducats a month off of it. Oh well, good for them, I suppose. Jake, do you plan to convert in this game? There's no particular cultural or religious ties for this game, so I'm not going to have any qualms on westernizing, especially when Siberian Clan Council is probably the worst government type in the game. There's room at the Naval Academy for a new instructor. Chancellor has asked us to suggest a course of study for the sailors. Morale or ship durability? Well, I'm sure our one boat is going to fare fairly well with some better durability, so we'll give it that. The fun never ends because it never truly begins. Yeah. This is going to be one heck of a slow start. Istar says, don't you use this list? Probably would if I had it opened. Oh wow. We got some people suggesting multiple games here. That's not fair. Jake, will you stream more Caesar 3 someday? Maybe around the same time that I stream more Stronghold, isn't that right? Alright, let's go and waste all of our money on this one advisor. Not a moment too soon, though. Finally. So that was a mistake that's going to cost us somewhere in the region of 30 ducats, but that's alright. You win some, you lose some. In our case, we certainly lost some. Influence Annex. Influence Annex. Now this annexation will go at 0 because we lost all of our Diplo rep. That's fine. This Diplo rep guy will give us +2. In 5 months they should become part of us. And we'll get a free boat, which I'll probably sink instantly. I've done it with so much love, Jake, and you do not use it. Shouldn't I accept multiple suggestions? Probably not. That's why I say people should really stick to one suggestion per person. Otherwise you could just drown me out with suggestions and you would get your one. That wouldn't be fair. I'm all about equality. I'm not all about equality. Alright, Chavs, it's time to double in size and strength. Gotta get all those fish. Do fish start off with Grand Bank's fishery minus 10%? Does fish ever go up in price? I know it goes down when Catholics stop being such a big thing. Because the Protestants don't eat their fish on, was it Fridays, something like that? Was it fish on Sundays? Yeah, you can tell how well versed I am in religious matters. Jake, will you stream Hype Sweeper today? If stream goes down, there may well be a bit more Hype Sweeper. I am so awful at Minesweeper, it's unreal, but there you go. Alright, welcome to the family. Chukchi. But we don't get Kamchatka. They're at 100% though, so I'm more than happy to fire you. And we have an extra troop. Are we going to need it? Probably not. Hopefully not, because we don't have the money for it. How about you? You're a boat, right? Well, even if we have you, we have the absent merchant in our trade node. I wonder if you're actually gonna make us any money by doing that. Even if we pay you. Money, please. I need it. Badly. Alright, we finally got that 25 admin from taking over that land. Recover negative stability, that's not going to happen. If people are wondering why I'm at -3 stability, well, we need only go to the ledger, country, and previous rulers. And let's see, first ruler, we got him in 1444, he died less than 5 years later. Our next ruler died less than 4 years later. But I suppose all's well that ends well, we get a 653 as our current ruler. I'm not even going to try making him a general. Heavens knows how that's going to go. See, our technology isn't looking too shabby. Right. And we've got another troop. And sounds like yet another person to not pay. I do have one more saying in life, and that saying is, who pays? So, what we're going to do, hopefully you, let's see, you cost us 0.09 per month. Do you make us more than that in trade or not? Really early game, it's all about squeezing out every ducat we can. I should not have taken that event for +1 mercantilism. I love mercantilism, but kind of working against us here. Bloody absent merchant. We'll let you do your thing. How old is your ruler? All the rulers I've had started out in their early 20s. Our ruler is currently 33. So yeah, he came to power when he was about 20. So, yeah, this is an incredibly bad start, but what you gonna do? We've got to roll with the punches sometimes. Now, why in the world did I take naval? Go away, I don't want you. What we really want is exploration. Ta-da! And we've got plenty of points so we can plough ourselves colonial ventures and quest for the New World. And we've even got some left over to make ourselves an explorer. So we shall 3 maneuver, which is brilliant, to be honest. I know it takes longer to do it with one of these ships, but we shall do it with one of these ships. Heck, we're even going to pay our men, suicidal though it may be. Get on that boat and explore that new world for us. Explore that new world for us. Catastrophic lolcats goes, knew it. Yeah, I think I ended last stream by saying, yeah, let's pick naval. There was nothing in that. That was just a bit of my own punishment to give out for all the people that keep asking me to play as bloody Theodoro. You got rused good if you fell for that one. Remember, not everything I do is an exploit. Some people say I can only win this game because I play with exploits, so let's try and fight that idea. Interesting layout of islands here. Oh, shoot. Because I've been playing Dungeon Keeper, I'm pressing P for pause. Because these islands are also part of Kamchatka, we unveiled these islands by exploring that. So, we don't know about this area just yet. Perhaps if we patrol back and forth between here, we will unlock these islands. That's what we're hoping for, at least. Ugh, unrest. Or admin. Well, I can't afford to have unrest at the moment. So, just lose the admin. No great loss. Jake, Jake, did you only take naval to mess with us? That is precisely why I took naval. There were no nukes, as you love to call them, associated with it. Jeez, I sure love having no money. I don't love having no money. I should really have discovered loots by now, though. Our Kodak moment is a little outside of our range here. Now I'm patrolling back and forth, hoping that it will uncover a loot for me. It should. I think if you're playing the numbers game, we should have unveiled it by now. I'm actually going to go between these two places now, just so we can have a bit more discovered. How do you plan to afford that single colonist? Well, you know my stance on money. Okay, we found a loot. We shall go there. Now, the reason we're going over here to America is that, well, if you try to colonize over here, you're going to get a 50% penalty to it. So I think we're going to make a bit more money if we have a colonial nation give us tariffs rather than colonizing Siberia. At least to begin with, we're going to need the space there anyway. We'll keep those natives there in the hope that they assimilate with us to a degree. This is going to hurt us right in the shekels. But that's alright, it's just important that we get ourselves all set up. I'm really starting to think that you are not worth the dosh at all. This army maintenance, man, it ain't good. There's a lot of things that aren't very good here. Oh well, what can you do? What can you, Mogadishu? Try and uncover a lot so we don't have to spend extra on another whatchamacallem. Also, I'm really starting to think you're not worth the money. Let's see, we make 0.21 with you. In Girin we have... Where are you? We're pretty much half our power there, so jeez, I think you're only just cutting ourselves even on that. Okay, that's enough of this. Let's get ourselves back home. Now, we only get plus 10 per year here. Partly because it's Arctic. So we're actually going to slash our colonial maintenance here. Gee, that's a bit harsher than I'd expected. There we go. So we'll lose about 15 per year, but we're going to make a lot more thanks to the colonist arriving. So it currently has 10. And now it has 8. Okay, let's not make it quite that bad. Yeah. That's right, Aristo, I did get rid of my Diplo rep guy, but that's okay. We can afford to hemorrhage money like this, I'm sure. I was thinking it would be better just to murder the natives so I don't have to pay for my troops, but I do love native assimilation and we'll get these up and on the go a bit faster. Currently 6 settlers here. Please, I don't want to have to pay. Don't want to write a check that I can't cash. Brazil is numero uno. Hui hui. Keep telling yourself that. Okay, only 5 of you left. It is time to get breeding. I know it's cold, but that's all the more reason to get frisky. Ah, there we go, 28. Wow, they really went for it. Just as planned. So I don't have to worry about too much about it. There's a 15% chance it'll grow by 25. It'll grow naturally enough on its own. And it'll just hemorrhage my money. That's okay. It's probably okay. It's probably not okay. Let's actually get that stability of ours back up so we don't have to worry too much about it. A bit more stability will give us... less unrest for one. And I'm almost tempted to go looting, but I just don't have the army to fight for it. But that's alright, I'm sure our ambitions will pay off. Cao Cao never let a lack of funds stop his ambition, and neither will I. Jake, why don't you send your colonists again and again, like in your Mogadishu game? I don't think Unrest +2 is going to hurt us. It's a long way for that colonist to go. I honestly think he'd be doing a better job if he just stayed there, expanding the colony bit by bit. So, the thing about the DDR stream that I hope to start tomorrow, maybe it won't be for the first stream, but I'd quite like it if there was a system where people in chat can choose the next song. Because I love playing DDR, but part of my problem is I end up looking at a song list for ages, unable to decide on a song. But I'm not sure how I can set it up because there is a huge song list for the game. Is there a way that I can make that song list available for people in chat to check out, and then they can put forward suggestions that can come to me, but come to me in such a way that I don't have to keep looking at chat, because obviously playing DDR isn't like playing Europa. I can't just sit here with the chat to my right hand side like I do playing Europa. Lots of things to consider for that. But if anybody has any bright ideas on how to make that a possibility, I am all ears. All ears and feet. Come on, guys of loot. Breed faster. Jake, take the colonize mission for... Okay, how did I not even see that? Taoisk. Where even is that? Well, sure, I'll do it. Check. Check those Siberians fighting. That's pretty cool. That is pretty incredibly cool. And now you're going to cost us even more money in reinforcements, but that's alright. Could a single Google Docs registration thingy work? Probably not impossible. I'm not all that clued up in that regard. American natives are stronger than Siberian ones. I guess hopping over is not viable. Well, there's a thought. Do any of you have high base tax that you wouldn't mind sharing with me? You there, Apache. Nope. Although you are only Miltech 1, whereas I could get Miltech 4 quickly enough. And then I could milk you for 8 ducats a year. Considering that we're losing about 1, that would certainly be a help. Fairly big help. But a fairly big investment to begin with, so perhaps not. Jake use Google Docs and an IRC bot. I think Dictato's a little ahead of me, but that's fine. How about a poll for the songs you play? The first 5 of the poll. 5 songs is easy though. 5 songs is done in about 10 to 15 minutes. When I play DDR, it's usually for 2 hours or more. I can't casual my way out with 5 songs. It would be good though if people could actually listen to the songs before they recommend them, because some songs are just garbage. Jake, think of the shekels. I always think of the shekels. Gee, I can't even make any rivals. I was thinking about making. I knew somebody that I fight. What? How does he? How's he doing in terms of navy? 105 galleys. Okay, well, we're not going to be rushing over there in a hurry. That's another 1 base tax province, so we're not going to be too hot on taking that. However, if we just stuck 1 man there, he would loot it. Okinawa is 2. Probably no easy way to cut this. Oh, Sulu! Oh. These are both horrible. Well, they knew the risks. 5.4 base tax in Sulu. I should have dropped down there back when it was being set up. Tell me more about Sulu. If, for some ungodly reason, they don't have an army, we could drop in and milk about 10.8 ducats out of them each year. They got 2,000 men. But we could certainly milk them for something. Yeah, we're, oh boy. We're loaning it up pretty hard, but still, think of the income of that. Think of that income. Okay, well, there's also the problem that I don't have enough boats to get down there. And that he has Tech 3 as well, so that's probably a no-go. Oh well, we thought about it. No, you need to get back to protecting that. Get in trade. Jake, you could save money by cutting colonial maintenance. Yeah, I already am. To the point where Aleut almost dies. But at 21% colonist chances, just keeping it afloat. I knew isn't as hard as they look. They can subjugate Yeren from day one. I suppose if you have Yeren on your side, you can snowball there. But the main problem I would think of with Anu is surely Japan's going to come knocking soon, and Japan would probably flatten you. That and pagans still have nothing going for them. I wish I lived in more enlightened times. Chavani. You can do it. You can colonize with all your might. Colonial range isn't going to help us here. Slightly better troops with though. Right, I'm actually going to mothball you to save a bit of money. Actually, before we do that, it might be an idea to cart all of our troops over here. Hey, Lucky. How's that drawing coming along? Actually, we'll meet you over here. Slightly less attrition for you to face at sea. If this were EU3 and I was this tragically poor, I would be making a lot of advisors using cultural tradition, as it was known back then. It was truly the greatest way for miners with no real income to make plenty of money. Because back then, you had exclusive rights to an advisor for the first year or so of their existence. And then they went into the general pool and anyone could buy them. Back in the good old days. Just uncover a bit more of this area while we can. Something not right here. Jake, can you lower autonomy? Lowering autonomy would certainly give me a bit more money, but it would also give me unrest. Would certainly give me unrest. Unrest that I'd have very little in the way of dealing with.